In this video, I'll be fishing for porgies from a kayak. The month is September, and I know that the biggest porgies will be in the shallowest water, so I won't be heading out too far. In shallow water, the porgies tend to be scattered over a large area, so I'm going to be batting some mussels over the side to concentrate the fish. Within just a few minutes, those mussels will have attracted a swarm of porgies. The water here is about 12 feet deep, and there happens to be very little current, so I know the fish are going to be exactly where I'm throwing out the chum. Today I'm using a Tidal Tails banana head jig. I believe it's a 3/8 ounce size, and I'm using clam for bait. Now I'm going to cast my bait beyond where I've cracked the mussels and retrieve it through the chum slick. Just have to wait for it to sink to the bottom, which takes a little while, and the fish should come pretty quickly. There it is. I never feel like porgies look as big in pictures as they are in real life, but that's a pretty nice one. It's about 16.5 inches. Now I'm going to set up an underwater camera, so we'll see what the view looks like from down below. I definitely find keeping the bait moving tends to attract more fish. It's interesting, I was catching really nice sized porgies using that jig. Once I put the camera rig on, I never got one over 12 inches. I have to think maybe they were a little put off by the camera. I know those fish are around, so they're probably watching right now from a distance. This first fish I hook is pretty strange. It gets hooked right in the middle of its back. I've watched this a number of times. I still can't figure out quite how it happened. Once in a while you'll see small fish about 2 inches long with a black stripe. Those appear to be baby sea bass. You'll also see some tiny porgies. There were some larger sea bass around as well. Next you'll see one about a foot long pick up the bait. The bottom looks pretty clean here, but I'm actually anchored right next to a large rock pile. I tend to seek out rocky areas when I'm porgy fishing, although the fish don't like to live right on the structure the way blackfish do. It definitely attracts them, probably because there's more food in those areas. When I retrieve my rig close to the rocks, you'll see some curious blackfish checking out the bait. There they are. You can see here how the fish are just attracted to the motion of the rig being dragged across the bottom. They've stolen the bait, but they still come and check out the bare hook. That was my anchor line that just went by. Coming up at the top of the screen, you can see the empty shell of one of the mussels I cracked over the side earlier. Very often I'll do this type of fishing using Berkeley Gulp, and I did try it on this day, but for some reason they just weren't interested in it. The very last clip, there's an example of my using the Berkeley Gulp. You will see a sea bass take a half-hearted nibble at it, but I really didn't catch anything on the Gulp on this day. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.